The anime begins with 9 and 12 stealing plutonium from a processing facility in Aomori. 6 months after the plutonium has been stolen, they are walking through a school when 12 sees Lisa by a pool surrounded by bullies. Lisa is seen being forced into jumping into the pool while wearing her uniform. To everyone's surprise, 12 dives into the pool playfully, surprising everyone, including the bullies. Following this incident, 12 and 9 are both seen in their new classrooms introduced to the students, who are both enrolled in Lisa's school. Meanwhile, the scene cuts into an office in which a strange video of 2 masked boys is unexpectedly shown to Shibasaki by one of his co-workers as he is playing shogi at the workplace during this time. The boys in the video, who go by the nicknames 9 and 12 and the group Sphinx, declare that Tokyo will experience total darkness after 3 o'clock. They both quickly reject it as a joke. In the middle of the night, 9 awakens from a strange dream in which he and 12 flee an institution, leaving behind a mysterious white-haired girl. He tries to calm down, waking up 12 in the process. 12 then says that Lisa was most likely the reason of his nightmare because her eyes resembled those children from the institution. The next day, classes from 9 and 12 are spotted on a field trip to the Tokyo Metropolitan Government Office. A crane collides with electricity cables, causing a blackout at exactly 3 p.m. During this time, 9 and 12 are spotted behaving strangely as they place plush animals containing alleged bombs around the building. 12, spotted in the act by surprised Lisa, delivers her one of the plush animals and orders her to hold on to it. Running off to meet 9, the two have a brief chat about rescuing Lisa, after which 12 calls Lisa. During their phone call, 9 gets on the phone and informs her she has 2 choices: die in the building as the plush toy explodes, or agree to become an accomplice. She responds, "I don't want to die." When 12 hears this, he jumps on his motorcycle and speeds over, while 9 directs Lisa on what to do. 12 then arrives at Lisa's current location, picks her up from the scene, and the two leave unnoticed. Lisa arrives home to discover her mother scared about Lisa leaving her because Lisa had not responded to her texts. Although it is revealed that Lisa's father left home and this is the reason why her mom was so scared of happening this twice, to the point where she began to injure Lisa through physical gripping and shaking. Lisa reacted by rushing to her room and closing the door behind her, while her mother yelled angrily at her. An emergency response meeting is held in a different location, most likely at the same time, to discuss the most recent bombing of the Tokyo Metropolitan Government Office. They conclude that the attackers utilized largely thermite bombs and 1 TNT bomb in the attack and present 2 pieces of evidence. The first piece of evidence is that there are 3 letters, BON, on the TNT bomb. They determine that it is most likely connected to the 6-month previous nuclear fuel reprocessing plant heist. And the second piece of evidence is that there is a video on YouTube, a prominent video sharing website, with 2 young guys who predict the most recent attack in a semi-riddled style. They are also known as Sphinxes. 9 and 12 are planning their second strike on Tokyo. 9 was the one who infiltrated the police station dressed as a noodle delivery man, carrying the explosives disguised as the order, as determined by a game of rock, paper, scissors. On his way to deliver the bomb, he puts multiple cameras in the corridors for later use. He returns after delivering the noodles to help 12 place a second Sphinx video. They give a puzzle in the video. What initially walks on 2 legs, then on 4 legs, and finally on 3 legs. If you solve it, you can find out where the bomb is hidden. The police are more engaged in this account's action and manage to solve the puzzle, but they react lamely to the fact that there are 2 existent answers after jumping on the first one that they find. Shibasaki calls the chief of the police department and informs him of the 2 existing replies, but the bomb goes off and the police station is demolished seconds later. The head of the police department then requested that Shibasaki return to the force as a detective. Shibasaki joins the Sphinx case team, while Sphinx attempts to confirm their own suspicions with the next riddle. The police hold another meeting to discuss the previous bombing of the police station. They investigate the footage from the security cameras in the police station that was bombed and conclude that the video confirms their challenge to the police. Hirohashi and Shibasaki meet in the park after the meeting, and it appears that they have found one of the culprits of the plutonium from the Aomori nuclear fuel reprocessing facility. The intruder was a facility employee who had only been there a few months. His name was Yuzo Miyajima, but it was a fictional name, and they also received a sketch of the suspect. Shibasaki then returns to the police station to speak with a man who accidentally caused the Tokyo blackout. The man tells the cops that he received an email saying that if he cut the Kudagawa power line and made it appear to be an accident, he would receive 2 million yen. The third video of Sphinx appears on the internet while they were discussing the situation with other police officers. The riddle is, what is the building next to the house of the god who solved the riddle? This time, they specified when the bomb would blow up. Lisa is running away from home while Shibasaki thinks of an answer. The next day, Shibasaki appears in a live video, where he solves the riddle and then threatens Sphinx. The investigation into the serial bombings continues, and Shibasaki travels to Aomori in search of leads on the culprits. In search of something, 9 successfully hacks into the Metropolitan Police Department database. 12 sets out to find Lisa, worried that her fleeing from home will endanger the mission. 9 sends the 4th video, Time Shock Bomb, in which he and 12 solve another riddle, at the place where the king who solved the riddle received a scary prophecy. Whose name would you carve on its door? The puzzle is related to Oedipus Rex, and they then express their wish that their game be played without cheating, or else a hidden bomb will explode. Using the riddle, Shibasaki discovers a website created by 9 and 12 that requests a password related to 3 maxims inscribed at Delphi's temple. Recognizing that time is running out, the police decide to search an apartment building where 9 was seen dropping off a suspicious package. Despite Shibasaki's continued determination to solve the puzzle, 12 finds Lisa and tells her to go home, but she refuses, then tells her that she was stupid for fleeing. When police officers entered the apartment, they discovered no bomb and only a laptop. Even though Shibasaki solves the password, time runs out. However, the timer does not stop and the bomb explodes. The police cheated, which is why the timer did not stop. Police investigation reports on the attacks are leaked online seconds later, shocking the public because the reports conclude that the attackers are always one step ahead of them. At the same time, 12 saves Lisa from 2 security guards. While driving to 9's location, Lisa asks 12 if he plans to destroy the world, to which both laugh. Lisa then says that she hasn't laughed like that in a really long time. At 9's location, he disapproves of Lisa staying with them. Just before she collapses, Sphinx plants another bomb and posts another puzzle while Lisa recovers at 9 and 12's house. But things don't go as planned this time. Lisa wakes up in the home of 9 and 12, where the two are debating whether or not to take her in. They then catch her interfering with their devices, and she faints once more after learning she nearly blew up the building with one of their newly made bombs. Later, 9 and 12 plant the same bomb inside a passenger train. When they return home, they discover Lisa attempting to cook and then criticize her food. 12 later tells 9 that the food was valuable despite its taste, because the food from that place tasted like nothing. It was just a task they had to complete at the time. After that, 9 and 12 send another video with another riddle. Where did the punishment take place for Fez 5889? The angel who planted a grapevine. They also say that if the riddle isn't solved by 8 p.m., an explosion will occur. Shibasaki deduces from the puzzle that the newest bomb is on the Shuto Shinjuku line train. He then explains how he discovered a link between all of the bombings. Certain people associated with the bombing sites attended a seminar hosted by the Rising Peace Academy, a non-profit organization that promoted interaction between the Japanese government and the people. As the day progresses, there are no reports of the bomb being recovered, and 9 and 12, in order to avoid killing people, intend to deactivate it with a cell phone. However, cell phone reception is interrupted throughout the area, preventing them from doing so and forcing them to remove it manually. Shibasaki is later informed by the chief of police that higher-ranking agents have prevented them from removing the bomb. 9 is shocked when his computer is hacked while attempting to locate the train, and realizes that he may know the hacker. He then uses a second computer to locate the train and rushes to the station, throwing a smoke bomb to force travelers off the train and cover his tracks. One bomb, however, remains, and it explodes as he enters the train to save her. As he drags the commuter out of the wreckage, 9 receives a text message that says, "I found you." Shibasaki confronts the chief about the bombing, but he claims he was unaware of it. They then notice a strange woman sitting nearby, whom 9 identifies as 5. During a comprehensive meeting, the chief surprises the other officers by announcing the involvement of the Federal Bureau of Investigation, also known as FBI, in the investigative process. After having a nightmare about 5, 9 and 12 talk about her, and 9 concludes that 5 is continuing a game the 3 of them played previously. When Lisa offers to assist them, 9 shows her pictures of the aftermath of the subway train bombing and tells her that this is exactly what they were doing, which astonishes her. Hirahashi later tells Shibasaki about his meeting with FBI agents, including 5, who is described as a researcher from an American organization called the Nuclear Emergency Support Team. 12 tells Lisa that he has synesthesia, a condition that allows him to see colors through sound, and describes her voice as pale yellow. 5, posing as Sphinx, sends a text containing a riddle to the public. The riddle can only be decoded using the Caesar cipher. The answer is a set of coordinates that lead to Haneda Airport's International Terminal, which is one of the locations targeted by 9 and 12. When the police arrive on the scene, they are told to stand by on orders from the Superintendent General. Knowing they will be apprehended by 5 while attempting to enter the terminal, 9 reluctantly decides to bring Lisa with them, despite the fact that she is not known to be associated with him. And 12. Shibasaki and several other officers decide to defy orders and gather at the terminal as well. When 9 arrives at the terminal, he realizes that 5 intends to play chess on the airport's chessboard. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel.